Hey, how we doing, folks? Sunday, September 11th, 2016, giving you the Sunday night football game recap. My apologies, some of the earlier videos, I missed a few of the games. There were some problems with the uploading. With the videos as I was recording them, I didn't realize it wasn't recording at points. I'm going to have to figure out a different way to do the game recaps. Possibly just do everything at the end of Sunday night or just going them back to Sunday morning. I try to bring them right as they happen, but obviously I'm not watching every game, so I apologize to all those watching for that. It's something I will correct, though, before the start of next week. As for this game, the Patriots coming out on top 23-21. Arizona missed the field goal late. That would have put them ahead. New England would have had time left to try to go back down the field, but once the field goal was missed, New England could take a knee and run the clock out because it was late enough in the game for that. Jimmy Garoppolo in his first start, efficient, 24 of 33, 264 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. LeGarrette Blount, 22 carries, 70 yards, 3.2 yards per rush, 1 touchdown. Julian Edelman got in the running game with 3 runs for 16 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 for 12. Overall, the team 31 carries, 106 yards, which is a 3.4 yards per carry. Julian Edelman, 7 receptions, 66 yards. Chris Hogan, 3 receptions, 60 yards. Danny Amendola with 3 receptions, 48 yards. Chris Hogan had the touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo fumbled twice, lost one of them. LeGarrette Blount fumbled, and it was lost. Brandon Bolden recovered a fumble. They had 3 sacks. One from Chris Long, and Jamie Collins also had another one. So Chris Long paying dividends. Nothing in the kick or punt return games of note. Stephen Gostkowski, 3 for 3 in all of his field goals. For the Cardinals, Carson Palmer, 24 of 37, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. David Johnson basically got all the running tonight, 16 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown, 5.6 yards per rush. He did break off a 45-yard run, so that certainly inflated the numbers. Take that off, he's under 3 yards per carry. Larry Fitzgerald, 8 for 81, 10.1 yards per receptions, 2 touchdowns. Michael Floyd, 3 for 61. Calais Campbell, Chandler Jones recovered the fumbles for the New England Patriots. Carson Palmer recovered his own fumble. They had 2 sacks. Chandler Jones had one of them, and Marcus Golden had the other. I don't know if I mentioned Chandler Jones just because he used to play for the Patriots, but he did not have one of the sacks. It was Jamie Collins. 4 returns of 61 yards, 15.3 yards per return for Andre Ellington. Nothing great. Patrick Peterson held in check in his return game. And of course, Chandler Cantazzaro, his only missed field goal, was the one that would have won it at the end of the game. Now, I didn't watch some of this game. I was going back and forth. The strain was on. Yeah, I was watching that. So you got me. So in the meantime, I was watching some of that. Arizona, this is the one thing that concerns me about this team with the tough schedule, especially that they have this year, the easier schedule, but, certainly the tougher games that they have, they've got to be able to find a way to win. We talked about this in the game preview. If they're going to be serious about winning a championship this year, you would expect them to be a team with Tom Brady playing a New England Patriots team. Certainly, you've got to beat them with Jimmy Garoppolo. As good as New England is, as well coached as they are, as, interchangeable as many of the pieces are, and I don't mean that Garoppolo is Tom Brady. I mean that he can win games when he's called upon. This is still a game that Arizona had to come out on top. I didn't see much of Chris Johnson. I was a little surprised by that, but David Johnson was handling what he needed to handle. Carson Palmer at times did not look great. Even some of the passes that were caught, there was one late in the game. He threw it, well behind Larry Fitzgerald, who had to make a spectacular catch. The defense, obviously they got run on pretty good, but they ran the ball as well on the New England defense, so that sort of balanced itself out. It's just a surprising loss for the Arizona Cardinals, and they're going to have to figure things out and make sure they can move forward. And then for the New England Patriots, you're playing 4 games without Tom Brady. You've played 1 now, you have 3 left, and you've gotten the 1 win, so they've got to be pleased with themselves, and we'll see if Jimmy Garoppolo, now that there's some actual game footage on him from a regular season NFL game, we'll see if he can continue and make enough plays to get this team and keep them afloat as they move forward on with their season. So tomorrow night we have the Monday night games. We'll give you the previews of that. First off, starting with the Steelers and the Redskins, and then the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. So be sure to stay tuned for that tomorrow. Again, my apologies for the problems missing a few of those games. I believe it was Buffalo and Baltimore and Green Bay and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'll probably plug something in tomorrow with the Monday night preview games just to get my take on those games. But again, my apologies. It's something that I'll fix. I'll figure out exactly what I want to do. I was going back and forth, like I said, whether or not I wanted to do just the games I watched and do those immediately. It goes back to when I was doing the NBA playoffs and I was just coming with rapid reaction for those games, but I was watching almost every single one of those games, so it was a lot easier. But I'll figure it out by next Sunday. Be sure to stay tuned for the Monday night previews tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Thank you. Have a good night.